If even just a few days before your breakup, your ex was telling you that they love you, that they want to spend the rest of your lives together, you were planning maybe a trip, maybe you were planning your engagement, okay? And this was just a few days before the breakup. Watch this video for an explanation of how you got from there to the breakup. So in childhood, really in relation to our parents for the most part, we form our attachment style, usually in the first couple of years of life, okay? And if your ex experienced some kind of neglect or emotional neglect, they have a dismissive, avoidant attachment style. In other words, they don't really show up well in relationships in terms of communication because they don't even really get in touch with their own emotions. And when there's conflict, they want to just run from it. That's their knee-jerk reaction, is just get away from it. So they don't communicate well in relationship. Now, what tends to end up happening is that they kind of go with the flow in the relationship, right? So they, maybe they secretly wanted to go fishing on one day and then all of a sudden, like because you wanted to go shopping or, whatever the case is, okay? They just kind of went along with it. Well, these little instances like that where you didn't even know the difference because you thought they were just fine to go shopping, for example, they keep stacking up. Okay, their needs are getting unmet consistently. Their boundaries are getting violated because they don't even know what their boundaries are. But if they did, they wouldn't tell you anyway because they don't want to cause conflict. Okay, and so they end up just people pleasing endlessly. And this happens in the relationship over the course of time. So all this stuff builds up. Okay, and because they're going with the flow, they're going to go along with the existing narrative, the marriage, the move-in, the vacation, whatever plans that you guys have, the status quo of saying I love you to each other. They're just going along with everything because they don't want conflict, because in here is broken emotionally. And so finally it all comes to a head. Maybe it's some conflict they couldn't avoid. It's just when the straw that broke the camel's back. Could be some life event, could be some work event, could be anything that is just the last straw that just makes everything 1 ounce too heavy. They end up just disengaging from the relationship. And keep in mind, they love you. They actually love you. They don't want to break up with you, but they don't know how to cope with their emotions. If they weren't going to tell you that they'd rather go fishing instead of shopping, they damn sure weren't going to tell you, the aggregate of all these instances, once the molehill becomes a mountain. And that's how you go from being told that I love you, being told that I want to spend the rest of my life with you, just maybe even just a day before. And then on the very next day, they're like, you know what? I'm just not happy anymore. I need to work on myself, etc. What I'm not happy anymore means is that, hey, I've been going along with your plan this whole time.